hard work, long hours, determination. 31 candidates this week have been finding out what it means to be a SAB, but only 5 can succeed. 5 chances to make a difference. And who those 5 are is completely down to you. They've used catchy campaign videos, written detailed manifestos, and campaigned to the masses. They've done everything they can to get to your votes. And now the voting is closed, it's time to find out who your new SABs are. This is Results Night Live with KTV.
You guys have been doing the jobs for between you a year or 2 years. What have been the things you've achieved in your roles that you're maybe most proud of on leaving the roles?
Any campaign that's really stood out?
Okay, so we were asked this a second ago. Let me think again. Okay, so I suppose a lot of the work that we've been doing around the access agreement, and I was saying before about how it's been difficult to try and translate a lot of the work that I was doing as a kind of an activist against £9,000 fees and not getting too focused on that. And I think making sure that access is a key part of what we're doing at Kent Union and within the university, I think that's been the most important bit of what we're doing this year, and hopefully will be the best thing that we achieve by the end of it.
I would say what I've tried to do and what I hope I've achieved is to transform the remit of welfare somewhat. It's often very much seen as a fluffy remit of someone that hugs crying students and gives out condoms. But I've tried to make it a lot more political, a lot more controversial, and a lot more hard-hitting. And yeah, no, I'm really pleased. I think some of the things that we won £40,000 this year for students living in financial hardship.
Wow, that's great.
We were the only students' union in the UK to successfully block a discriminatory housing policy being passed through a local council. So those are some of the key things for me, and yeah, hopefully I've just shown that welfare can be a bit more of a political role.
Some of the big things I guess I'm proud of, and it will link into what Kenny's about to say as well, is building up is something we're obviously very, very proud of. The campaign we started earlier in the year, and it was led very much by Kenny, and the other thing I guess is access, which has been led very much by Alex, around the access agreement for students from low-income backgrounds for future years. How can they come to university and thrive and survive and actually have a great student experience? Building up is something I'm very proud of. We were talking about this downstairs just now on CSR, and I think it's because it shows that activities isn't just an operational role that books coaches and books rooms, and it can actually have an effect. And I think Kenny has been the perfect example of a political activities SAB who has completely changed how we view student activities. So those are the things I'm probably most proud to work on over the last couple of years.
Clearly the best decision I ever made was to bribe Tom to say all those great things about me and save me having to say them. Obviously building up with, what was best about building up is it was although it was something that an activities officer kind of planted the seed for, it's really something the entire team has taken on, not just the sabbatical team, but part-time officers, volunteers, people right down to sports and societies and volunteer groups as well. So
very quickly, they've just said, can Vice President of Education go downstairs? So we'll see you later on, Alex.
Good luck. See you later, Alex. Good luck.
And the other thing would be the Gulbenkian campaign that I've been working on, because as a drama student I've kind of been able to offer something that maybe previous activities officers haven't been able to.
For me it's been Team Kent. I mean, it's been 3 years in the making now from when Izzy kind of first started planning it. Hannah implemented it last year, and I had the kind of privilege to actually see it through and kind of bring it into being, and this year's it's gone better than I could have expected, really. The unity that you saw at Varsity, everyone behind Team Kent, everyone coming out that wouldn't necessarily have come out to watch sport. It kind of had a bit of an Olympic feel to it, the fact that people come out to watch, even down to badminton, it was packed out with people, and you just kind of think, well, I'd like to think that it's because of all that has come through and all the teams are kind of under one roof as it is. So, a lot.
Quite a prominent piece in a lot of the activities VPs running was a kind of a similar thing with activities, which I think they've seen how it's worked quite well
Yeah,
sport.
Again, on CSI a little while ago, they said the same thing, and I wasn't really too aware of the different names. They kind of, Kent activities, I think was one of them. And, I think it's great that the model seems to have worked and that people pick up on it and want to implement that further. I mean, I wouldn't say it necessarily was my idea how it's gone, but it's just how it's formed in itself, really, and it is quite nice the fact that people want to copy that and try and use that to make activities in clubs a lot better for other people. Yeah. It's clearly, I think, fair to say that it's had a good effect this year. Not only kind of people supporting Varsity, but the results we've got in the clubs, winning leagues, get promoted, and it's been really good. So if it works for activities, then I'd like to see it.
Good job.
Yeah.
That's a good point of reference, actually, the fact that each leadership team sort of builds upon what's found before.
Hopefully we'll get to talk to you guys a bit more in a bit, but I think we can cut down to Rob now, who's down on the venue floor, hopefully to just find out what the situation is down there. Rob, are you there?
Hello?
Hello, Rob.
Hello!
Hi, Rob.
Can hear you. Yes, so it's everyone's moving their way to the dance floor now, as VP it's Education is coming up first. But I got a quick interview. We've got some guys down here. Do you want to introduce yourselves?
Beth.
Ashley.
And who are you supporting this evening?
Well, it's for welfare.
So we've got some supporters down here for Megan Wells. We'll be crossing over to Education any minute, but it looks like we'll be starting in a minute. It's back to you in the studio.
Right, great, thanks Rob. So, they were mentioning Wells for Welfare there. One thing I picked up about her campaign is that she seemed to be everywhere. She had a team all over the place. Do you think sometimes having more people out there, opposed to... I'm trying not to offend any of the candidates here, but I think what I'm saying is, do you think sometimes more can work than better? No?
I would say actually, I'd say from my own experience, I ran both of my campaigns, not solo, certainly not. There were a lot of people that helped me along the way. A lot of candidates actually get a bit downhearted because they think all their friends say they'll help them throughout the week, but actually, ultimately, the person most invested in your election is you.
Yeah.
And so you find actually a lot of people tend to drop out throughout the week, and I think that disheartens a lot of candidates and makes them not put more into the campaign. But I don't think actually having loads of people necessarily works. It's about tactical campaigning, because you could have loads of people out there that are just standing around talking to each other and not to students who are voting.
I think personally, having had a campaign team of 25 last year.
Bragging.
Just saying. I think the main risk definitely is management of that team. So you don't know what those people are saying. So if they're not on message, if they're not really behind you and supporting you, they could be wandering off going and getting a bacon bite, for instance, and trustee hat. They might not be on message, they might not be helping you out. On the other hand, if you have got a large campaign team, that's 25 people who are talking to 25 people who potentially can vote for you.
See, I tend to agree more with Colin in I think, similar to him, I ran a campaign that was very much, although I had help with it, I was very much one of the lead people on it. It's more so my first year. Last year I had more help from friends. But I think there's a risk when you have a lot of people campaigning for you that it dilutes your message. And people are like, that's great, but where's the person who I'm voting for? And it's why the FaceTime with the actual candidate is a really positive thing. It's why lecture shout-outs are such a positive thing, because you speak to 250 people in a minute rather than one person in a minute. So, yeah.
I think it's really important that if you've got, say, 20 odd people, then like Kenny said, you can only, you're the only person that can really kind of explain your policies. But at the same time, you can split people off to, whether. I think it's really important to see your name. I think that's one thing for sports. I think Chris Ball's done incredibly well this year. Is the fact that I've seen 3 quite big signs just left somewhere. So one just behind. So people get used to seeing that name, and it just gets your name out there, and people associate you a lot quicker. So when you come through to elections, you might go, "Oh, I'm not sure," and that's just going to stick in your mind. So if you haven't got that much exposure in terms of posters or leaflets or anything like that, I think that really does help. So,
what would you guys say has been the hardest part of the job? The thing you found most challenging, and you think maybe the thing that you'd like to advise on most?
I think for me it's been I mean, the job isn't easy. I think people have this image that it's another year at university, getting drunk and having banter. It's not that at all, unless you're a sports sab, clearly. No, on a genuine vodka. Yeah, just straight vodka in a glass. I think what a lot of people don't realise is students only really see us in kind of public appearances as such, union council, when we go out and give speeches. But I mean, this year's team, we work 70, 80, 90 hours a week. And you work all weekend and you work all evening and you go home and you get your smartphone out and you start doing your emails. So I describe it to people. I met all the candidates before they nominated themselves and said to them, it's a lifestyle. You choose to live this life for a year or 2 years, knowing that it gives you the benefits, but don't expect to kind of have a massive social life as well as this.
I think as well, like, bearing in mind that generally the culture at Kent is that people will run in their third year when they're graduating. So what you have to consider is that a lot of SABs have lost their main support network when they're in office because a lot of their friends graduate, and that can be really difficult, and sometimes it can be a really lonely job. It can also be quite difficult because, you know, you feel really strongly about what you believe in, and you get knocks along the way of people telling you can't do things and, you know, just falling flat on what your objectives are. And so it can feel quite difficult at sometimes to really carry yourself forward on the mandates that you've been elected on. I mean, you know, I'm painting a negative picture here. Obviously, it's been amazing. We wouldn't still be here otherwise. But yeah, it can be difficult. And I would just say, advice to candidates is have a holiday at some point. Make sure you take time off. I've been awful at that. Make sure that you're giving space for some personal time, because ultimately you won't be good at the job if you try and do it 24 hours a day. You need to have some personal time for yourself in order to be on it when you're on it.
I mean, the job becomes really addictive, and I would say one of the biggest support networks is the SAB team. I mean, I've been close with both SAB teams I've been on, but I think this year, probably unfortunately because we're all men, we have developed a really strong bond. No worries.
I think we might be ready for an announcement somewhere downstairs. Are we? Is Rob Linton there?
Hello, guys.
You can go now, yeah.
Hello, guys.
Right.
We're here. And I think we're just about to announce the education results. So, standing for education, we've got Hannah, Alex, and Vanessa.
2013. We're going to start off for the rest of the evening, every 20 minutes, announcing the election results, starting off with Vice President Education. The grand total of votes in this election was 4,289. That is an excellent turnout. So without further ado, please welcome to the stage the candidates for your Vice President Education. Oh, okay. There's a competition winner too. I didn't realise that was happening, but congratulations to Eleanor House, who has won an iPad Mini. Right, okay, here they really are, the candidates for Vice President Education. Alex Murray, Hannah Cox, and Alexandra Sidosis. Right, here we go. The quota needed for victory in this election is 1,467. In the first round, reopen nominations got 91. Alexandra Sidosis, 220. Alex Murray, 1,458. Hannah Cox, 1,164. No one met the quota, so reopen nominations was eliminated. In the second round, Alexandra Sidosis, 224. Alex Murray, 1,462. Hannah Cox, 1,168. Once again, no one met the quota. Alexandra was eliminated. In the final round, Alex Murray, 1,462. Hannah Cox, 1,168. Alex Murray is duly elected.
So Alex Murray has been re-elected as Vice President for Education. That is, Alex Murray has been re-elected as Vice President for Education. Back to the studio.
Thank you, Rob. We are back. 1,462 votes. That is quite something.
Fantastic.
Obviously, you guys thought he's done a good enough job for the past year that we better get him back.
Definitely. He's already made so many changes.
Yeah, he really
Things
has.
like extending the opening hours of the Templeman Library.
Yeah.
And creating more study space, was it?
Yeah, it's created so much more study space in the uni. And I think the great thing is that he's not used up after a year. He's still got fresh ideas that he wants to bring to the job and things he wants to change.
Exactly. He wants to help out postgraduate students as well. So he's sort of looking beyond. He's exhausted all he's done for now, but he's definitely still got more to give to us.
Yeah, I think from reading the other education manifestos, the one thing I picked up is that he was the one that wanted to help postgrads. I think that's quite often a big section of Kent that's overlooked. We're not just an undergraduate, we're also a postgraduate university.
Exactly.
Hopefully soon we'll have some of his election team up to talk to. They'll be here, they'll be able to tell us how things went. And if not, we'll just wait for him to turn up and then we can chat to him.
We do actually have his manifesto here, and I think visually it's very pleasing.
Yeah, I think he did a good job advertising to those that want to be able to just see it quickly, but also those that wanted to read it and properly understand what's going on.
Definitely. Some people went for the more image kind of pictures and that kind of thing. Some went straight for information, but he definitely sort of collaborated the two, and I definitely like it. It really stuck out to me when I read it, so I'm really happy that...
If you want to let us know what your reaction is to Alex Murray winning, you can get in touch with us. We are at Kent_TV on Twitter, and you can use the hashtag KentVotes. Search for KTV on Facebook, or go to ktvlive.co.uk to give us more information.
So do you have any questions that you want us to ask?
Yeah, by all means. If you want us to ask a question, send it in.
Definitely.
So, Alex Murray got 1,462 of the votes out of 4,289 voters. That means that he had over 25% of the votes from the students.
Absolutely fantastic.
That is really impressive.
He's got a good foundation because he has obviously been running that before. But it's really good to know that he has kept his popularity.
Yeah, people obviously haven't tired of him. They're still keen to see what he can give. And obviously, as we explained earlier, the over 25% of the votes in this voting system, you are the most popular person. Like the way this works, you can't get in if you're not the most popular. So he obviously is loved by the people he represents, which I think is great.
Also, what's quite interesting is quite a lot of people come in and they have very big sweeping statements and they want to do this and that and the other. But obviously, he's made the changes that he said he would, and that he went out to do, and that's impressed people, and that's why they've asked him to come back.
Yeah, he understands how it works. He understands how to get changes made. So that's really great.
Definitely, I can't wait to see what's in his future.
We're going to cross down now to see the atmosphere down on the venue floor. Rob?
Hello guys. Hi guys. The excitement's really good at the moment. As we all know, Alex Murray's been re-elected. Great response from the crowd. They seem to really like that vote, like the decision, like the result that's been made. Yeah, everyone seems to be having a good time now. Everyone's down on the dance floor now. Great atmosphere at the moment. Try see if we can get an interview from anyone. Is anyone around? Hello there. What's your name?
Guy Thomas.
Hi, Guy. What did you think of the result, Alex Murray getting re-elected?
Not surprised.
Yeah, well, he was SAB last year. Are you happy that he's been re-elected?
I think he's the best man for the job. Whether or not I totally agree with him is another matter.
And moving on, are you enjoying yourself this evening?
What?
Are you enjoying yourself this evening?
Yeah.
And who are you here supporting?
I'm here supporting Philip Stevens Oliver as president.
Do you think he's got a good chance?
He's got it to play for.
Thank you very much. Enjoy your evening. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Rob. That was fantastic.
It's getting busy down there.
Yeah, it's certainly getting busy. Not surprised. He said, "Are you happy he won?" Not surprised. Fantastic answer. To be honest, I can't say that I'm particularly surprised either. He's a good candidate, and he's got good policies. Oh, he's here now. Apparently, he's on his way in. Here he is.
The winner.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Thanks, guys. Well-deserved drink already.
Hello.
Got yourself a drink already?
Yeah, no, we had it just before. It's a great thing that they've set up, really, just trying to, you know, make all the candidates feel as home as possible. Yeah.
How do you feel?
I don't know. I've been kind of rushed off my feet all night with the media teams, and I think that's kind of helped in terms of trying to think about what the next question is rather than what the next step is onto the stage or anything like that. But I'm feeling really good. I'm really happy that, you know, I'm still here.
You were just saying how positive it is that you've been re-elected, so obviously people were happy with what you were doing and they wanted more from you.
Yeah, I mean, it's been really good. It's been a difficult campaign because I've been working on a lot of things at the same time, despite taking kind of holiday throughout it. But you know, all the different people who've been campaigning for me, all the different people that we've met, they've seemed really positive about it. So I couldn't have done it without those people. But no, it's been really good. So.
Do you think it's going to be difficult for you integrating into a new team? Because of course you've only ever worked with the former team, and now you're going to have completely new guys with you.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think I'm quite excited about that. Last year going in, we had 3 people who had run for a second term and got it, and so we were very much moving into that team, and they've been so accommodating, and everything's worked really, really well this year. But it's about forging a new identity, and I hope that I don't, you know, force too much of my own kind of styles and in-jokes and things like that from the previous year. But I really hope that we can form a new and, you know, hopefully better team around that. So.
Do you think it will be hard to make new friends with them?
No, I think I've met a lot of the candidates. I've worked with a lot of them, and I think they're all a good bunch. So it's difficult to kind of pick apart from them who's going to be best for the role. It was incredibly difficult to vote. I always wait until the final day to do so, and I did so this morning, and it was a real struggle kind of picking apart from some of them, even after 8 days of campaigning and seeing them up close. So I'm looking forward to whoever comes out of it and working with them. So I think they're all a really good bunch, and I'm looking forward to that.
So voting's closed now, as you know. Who do you want for president?
Obviously, I'm not going to answer that.
No?
But I mean, just as with the other roles, it was a really difficult call, and honest to God, 10:30 this morning when I finally was okay to vote, I really struggled with it, and I didn't know when I was first starting it out, and I had to look through the manifestos again, and it was a close call. So, you know, I just hope that whoever comes through does the right kind of job, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm a brilliant politician, my answers aren't I?
That is a very political answer.
Is there anyone you just really wouldn't want to work with?
No, they're all a good bunch. I suppose this Ron's a bit of a tough one though.
Yeah,
he's a bit greedy running for all the positions as well. So.
Bearing in mind, we do want you to integrate well with the new team, just to clarify that. What did actually make you run for a second term?
What made me run for a second term? I suppose it's a very volatile sector at the moment, higher education. There's a lot of changes going through, and it's changing every year, whether it's things about access agreements or even fees, and certainly around postgraduates there's a lot of issues there. So I think it was a lot of the work that I began on, I intended to, you know, not be looking too short term but long term with them, not in the sense of expecting to run for a second term or expecting to get a second term, but in terms of making sure that whatever was begun was something that, you know, would reach far and you know, would be really important and have a big impact on the university and have a good legacy. So I was wanting to follow on from that, whether it's about hidden course costs, the access agreement, or around the temperament development. So I'm just looking forward to, you know, following through on that. And that's the second time I've said a kind of a forward-looking statement about, you know, what I'm going to do rather than what I hope to do. So yeah, it's an exciting.
That's fine. Well, I think we've taken enough of your time now.
Yeah.
You go and enjoy your success.
Yeah, no, thanks very much.
Congratulations.
Yeah, no, thanks very much. Thank you. Thanks. And I just want to say, you know, massive thanks to the elections team, massive thanks to everyone who's voted. And for my dad and probably brother watching at home, cheers for logging in this time. Last time I didn't tell them just because I was so nervous about it, so hello. All right, thanks very much.
Great, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, just leave it there. Great, so that's 1 down, 4 to go. And we will be having those later on in the night.
What a lovely guy.
What a lovely guy, yeah. And it looks like he's going to really put his effort into it. He's obviously enjoyed his first year and he wants to enjoy the second year, so that's really fantastic. Why do you think people voted for him, Olivia? What do you think?
Because he's obviously done a term already.
Yeah.
And he stuck to what he said he was going to do.
Yeah,
it's as simple as that. I think he's obviously an approachable, friendly guy. I liked his political answers, trying to sort of dodge what we were saying. But obviously it's just because he wants to be well-rounded and to be able to connect with the new team.
Yeah, I think that's part of the job, isn't it? Like, you need to, if you're not reaching everybody, I don't think you're doing your job properly. And I think something that he's done is feel like everyone's involved in his policies, which I think is a really great thing. Like, as we were saying earlier, your union works for you, not the other way around. And that's something that he's proven, I think. I think it's really great.
I think when we met the guys here, it was really nice to see the unity of them.
Yeah.
Like Tom said, they are a team and they work as a team and they rely on each other. And actually something I wanted to ask them was, I wonder what it's like going from that step between university life and work life,
Yeah.
but still being in the same university environment.
Yeah, it must be quite another one. I mean, Tom Ritchie as well, he has gone from university to working at his university to now doing a postgrad at the same university. So he's really gone in and out of both roles. And I wonder how that must feel. It must be quite a strange
Sort
one.
of being a student and a leader
Yeah.
and a student again.
I guess even as leader of the union, you're still a student, aren't you? Like, that's kind of your role, is to be approachable, but also be a leader.
Yeah, it must be sort of difficult to have that
Yeah,
balance
definitely.
of being approachable, friendly, and part of the student lifestyle, but also having that professional manner about you.
Yeah, definitely. So we've been looking for his manifesto tonight. We've got all the manifestos with us here, ready to pick holes in any of them with whoever wins. And there's something that I quite like the look of, which is continuing the campaign to remove all hidden course costs.
Yeah.
So I think that is something that quite a lot of students struggle with. I know when I first got here, I wasn't ready for the books I had to buy, or I do a drama degree, so the plays I had to go and see, and it all costs money, and if you're not ready for it, it can be quite a shock.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's a really good point, because they should draw out a budget for all the extra expenses.
Yeah, definitely.
You don't expect to have to pay for all those things, because at school you just get textbooks thrown at you, don't you?
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter.
Yeah, there's no sort of indication of how much they would be. Like, I always knew I'd have to buy a couple of books, but there's not even a hint at how much that's going to cost. And if this can get done and they can remove hidden course costs, I think that's going to be really beneficial. So we heard then, when they announced the winner, that over 16,000 votes have been cast in this election. That's a lot of votes.
That's absolutely fantastic.
It really is an outstanding number of votes.
Everyone that I spoke to definitely voted, and
Yeah.
a couple of my housemates were a bit umming and ahhing as to whether to vote, and I just said to them, you're part of the university, and this is our university, so we have to make sure we do vote.
Yes, I mean, you've got no right to complain about anything that happens during your time at university if you don't take the time to invest in the people that can make the changes for you.
Exactly. Like we were saying, don't complain about buying books if you don't vote for someone who's going to make us more aware of the hidden costs.
Yeah, they make it very easy for you to have your say and to be in a bit of control of what happens with your time at university. And so, if you don't take that chance, then I think you're daft.
Yeah.
Really, personally.
For me personally, I'm a fresher, so this was my first taste of the elections and campaigning and things. And I thought it was really inspiring. It had such a nice atmosphere, walking across campus and seeing everyone with their banners and their posters.
At times it can be annoying, but for the most part, it's great.
Yeah, a lot of trees were wasted with all that paper.
So I think we're ready to cut back down to Rob now. Rob, are you there?
Hello guys, yes, I'm still down here in the venue. And the atmosphere's still really good. We're just waiting on the welfare results, and they're to be announced any minute now. In the welfare category, we have standing for VP. We've got Robbie Ashton, Becky Hall, Megan Wells, Sarah O'Donovan, Royza McQueez, Akila, and Max Toppenden. So it's a tough contest, lots of VPs standing. It's going to be interesting to see where the votes go. As we've seen, there's quite a lot of support for Megan in the crowd, but it's all to play for, no one knows.
Rob, can you hear me, mate?
Rob?
Rob, are you there, buddy?
Yes, yeah, I'm here.
So, you've been down there getting everyone else's opinion. What's your opinion? Who do you want for welfare?
Sorry, can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah, well, you've been down there getting everyone else's opinions on who they want to win.
Yep.
Welfare, who do you want?
Who do I want for welfare?
Yeah.
Well, it is a tough one. I think Megan's got a strong stance. She knows the university, she knows the union. She's been back in a few points. There's also Robbie Ashton. I haven't seen much campaigning from him around the uni, but he's got some good views on union workers and sort of the treatment of union workers. Like, I know I've been speaking to some of the workers, and some of them are unhappy. So, I could see it maybe going to Megan because I think she's got a lot of support, but I think it's like I said, it's all to play for. I think Robbie might have a good chance.
Just remind us again what the atmosphere is like down there. Has it changed at all since we've had one now? Has the atmosphere changed much, or is it still right there?
The atmosphere is pretty much the same. I think Alex Murray, he was. I don't want to say assured, but I think everyone sort of knew Alex Murray was going to get it. I think when we get a surprise result, we're going to get it right. Cut that. We're going to go back to the stage now, as it is now the turn of Vice President Welfare elections. Back to the stage.
We've now got the results for the Vice President Welfare position. So we better welcome some candidates to the stage. And here they all are. Would you please welcome Becky Hall, Royza Marquez, Sarah O'Donovan, Akila P, Megan Wells, Max Tappenden, Robbie Ashton, and of course, reopen nominations. Right then. This goes to 6 rounds, this election, so listen carefully. In the first round, Becky Hall, 456. Royza Marquez, 524. Sarah O'Donovan, 295. Akila P, 364. Megan Wells, 772. Max Tappenden, 83. Robbie Ashton, 286. Reopen nominations, 119. The quota needed for this election was 1,449.5. As you can see, no one got anywhere near that, so we've got a few rounds to go yet. Max Tappenden was therefore eliminated. We move into round 2. Becky, 459. Royza, 530. Sarah, 307. Akila, 367. Megan, 778. Robbie, 294. Reopen nominations, 121. Once again, no one met the quota, so reopen nominations was eliminated. In round 3, Becky, 459. Royza, 531. Sarah, 308. Akila, 368. Megan, 780. Robbie, 295. Once again, no one met the quota, so unfortunately, Robbie was eliminated. We move now then on to the 4th round. In that round, Becky got 489. Royza, 553. Sarah, 332. Akila, 383. Megan, 812. So in that round, Sarah was unfortunately eliminated. Moving now into the 5th round. Becky, 548. Royza, 592. Akila 410, Megan 853. Once again, no one was elected in that round, so Akila P was unfortunately eliminated. Moving now into round 6, we're getting closer to a result here. In this round, Becky 589, Roycer 635, Megan 889. In round 6, Becky unfortunately was eliminated. We move then into the very final round of this election, round 7. The person with the highest number of votes will win in this round. In this round, Roycer got 773. Megan, 1,012. Megan Wells is duly elected as Vice President Welfare.
So Megan Wells has been voted Vice President of Welfare 2013-14. That's a great result, a great response from the audience. Everybody seems really pleased with that result. It was a really tight fought contest, but Megan just came out on top. Guys, do you want to come in? What's your thought on the result?
Huh?
What's your thought on the result there?
I think it was good. It was close, but she's always going to win.
Good. You happy? So you're happy Megan's won?
Yeah.
Good. So everyone seems really pleased. Megan has won. As Megan Wells has won VP Welfare. Back to the studio.
So it really was Wells for Welfare.
That was absolutely
fantastic.
I mean, we've got a few theories as to why we thought she won. You were very impressed with the campaign.
Yeah, she seemed to have a very widespread campaign. It felt like I never went out on campus without seeing a Wells for Welfare banner or t-shirt. If we can get a shot of our display, we've even got a t-shirt up in the corner of our set somewhere. If we can get that by the tech crew. Okay, I don't think we can. But yeah, we've managed to get a collection of display materials, and we've managed to get loads of that stuff, and Wells for Welfare stuff is in there. Sorry about that, I had a couple of technical things going on over here. Yeah, she really did.
I've got her manifesto here, and a few things that really stood out to me was housing. She wanted to lower campus accommodation.
Yeah, which I think is a great thing to be campaigning.
Definitely. I mean, we all have to bite the bullet and pay it, and it's gut-wrenching when it goes out of your account.
Yeah, it really is.
But that's something that I thought was really brilliant.
What gets to me is, it goes out of your account the same day your loan comes in. So for about a couple of hours, you're absolutely loaded, and then it just flies out again and it's gone. It's such a letdown.
Exactly, but on the same note, she also has an idea to have a finance week, which educates students about how to budget and how to deal with their finances, which I think is really important, because when you leave school and your parents have always been in charge of that, for a lot of people that's the case.
Yeah, you don't always know what you're doing.
It's difficult to know what to do when you're on your own.
So we were saying earlier that she had a very widespread campaign and she had a lot of materials. She's actually got a shot in our set of one of her t-shirts, the Wells for Welfare t-shirts. There we go. I saw so many people wearing those, so many. And I think she had the right balance of a lot of people, but with a lot of good policies.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, if you don't have the goods to back it up, then there's no point. I mean, she's also taken safety into account. She wants to improve the street lighting on both the Medway and the Canterbury campuses, which I think is really important, because obviously we all go home after a night out, and we've got to make sure that we're all safe.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes it can be an unsafe place in certain places, especially in the dark. And so I think extra street lighting is a fantastic thing to campaign for. She wrote in her 100 words for Inquire about the finance week, like you said, and it seems like she's managed in 100 words to sum everything up.
Yeah, she encapsulates it.
That's the sign of a good campaign, I think. So I think we're going back down. We've got the campaign team actually. Sorry, I'm getting all sorts of messages in my ear. I'm having a right nightmare. We've got the campaign team in. Hello, guys. If you want to just grab that mic that's on the floor, hand it between yourselves. Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
Just get it quite close to you when you're talking. And just now.
Feel free
Oh dear, there's lots of you, isn't there?
Yeah,
Yeah, let's squidge up everyone.
Oh, I love this stuff.
Careful with your wires. If you can just watch any wires and stuff, that would be great. We don't want us going down.
More me, I'm sat on my own wire.
So, congratulations. You've all been working really hard this week. How does it feel that it's paid off?
Relieved. Absolutely amazing. I'm so pleased with
What are your highlights, obviously, apart from tonight?
It's just spending time with the other candidates and getting to speak to students too. It's so great. It's just an amazing experience. And I encourage everyone to get involved. It's just brilliant, especially when a candidate wins.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly.
So Megan's actually here now, ready to join us. So do you want to come in? Is Megan here? I told you she was. Is she coming on? Come on, join the team.
Don't be shy.
This is what we want. This is what we like to see. A hard-fought campaign, but a well-fought campaign. We've just been saying on the show, it seemed like a day didn't go past when we didn't see one of you guys in a t-shirt or with cardboard on your chest campaigning Wales for welfare. You had a really. How does it feel?
Amazing. It's so good. Should we give you a moment to catch your breath?
It's been amazing. These guys have been literally out every moment of every day. I mean, I've had a sickness bug this week. I got sent home during the week. I've been throwing up these guys 9 till 5 every single day, and this guy is amazing. He's put probably over 150 hours onto my campaign. He's been excellent. He's been. Everyone's just so. So like, it's just amazing.
How much do you want to thank your campaign team?
I can't express how much I want to thank, and everyone that yeah, I'm taking them all to Nando's next week. So.
Everyone who voted.
All 1,012 of them, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think I can stretch that far. But yeah, no, everyone that like voted, shared, liked, something on Twitter, Facebook, did half an hour campaigning, and just everybody. I'm just so grateful.
Yeah, we can see that.
Obviously, we're all really happy with the results. But what's been the hardest part of this whole campaign?
Sleeping and eating. Yeah, and not being sick. I think just knowing that like everyone I was standing against was so good. So just, you know, it was such a hard campaign and everything, and I'm so pleased the students of Kent agreed.
How proud must you guys be of what you've all achieved and of what Megan's achieved?
Amazingly proud.
I'm just so happy, literally so happy. Like, I've become best friends with Megan at university. I'm just so glad that people have got faith in her too, because we know she's going to be great. We just know she is.
You've got a lot of great policies in your manifesto.
Yeah, we were
What's
just
the first one you're going to try and really crack down on?
So this is probably what I said to CSR too, but I think the first one is what I definitely need to look at is Finance Week. So bringing that in at the first term, making sure that students know how to budget living and accommodation costs. Quite often you come to university, you get all this student loan, you're like, yes, I'm loaded, and then December you have no food, you have no money, and we get into real issues. I think, you know, sensible, practical finance and getting this budget in place for next term. So, well.
Yeah, I mean, it's not always something that's taught in schools, and so a lot of students come in here, obviously don't have a clue about it.
I mean, it's the first time you come out from home. It's quite often, some people have never had a job before, they've never had to manage their own money. It's like food's just in the house, you just grab a sandwich or whatever, you know, or water and gas and stuff. You just wouldn't even think about that until you get here and you're like, oh gosh, you know. So.
What are you most looking forward to about the job?
What am I most looking forward to? So, I know this sounds really cheesy, but generally, like, representing the students. I've done it for 2 years on Union Council, and just, you know, it's such an honour to be elected like this. So I think, you know, representing students definitely.
Also, what really stuck out to me was under your equality subheading, you said about working with the sports and activity in particular. Are you excited to be a part of the leadership team?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, liberation is something that's like key to my heart. I've been a liberation officer in the union for 2 years, and I think that we really need to make sure that liberation issues, you know, women's, LGBT, students with disabilities and ethnic minorities issues are at the forefront of Kent Union to make sure that they've got the best for all students. And I think working with sports and societies, that's where our membership goes. That's where you know, the most of our students engage with the union. So we really need to make sure that everybody feels part and welcome and can get the most out of university life, definitely.
Stuck out when we met the current leadership team was the fact that they said that they really relied on each other and worked together as a team. So.
Definitely. I mean, we've all got our specific remits and everything, but in the end of the day, we are there all to represent students, and we are there as a team. So I'm looking forward to finding out who I'll be working with.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, Alex Murray for one.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm so pleased with that.
So one of the things you've mentioned as well is that lobbying for a price range for accommodation that students can afford.
Yeah.
That's going to be a hard fight, isn't
Yeah,
it?
definitely. It is going to be hard, but why not try? You know, why? You know, if nobody's done it so far, and I think that especially with the introduction of £9,000 fees, people are being put off by university. So we really need to make sure that students aren't going to be left out. You know, they go, do I want that debt at the end? Oh wait, and I've got to pay, you know, this accommodation. I mean, no accommodation on campus is lower than £100 a week. No, that's just ridiculous. Like, so that's why it really needs to be in line with student loans and grants.
Okay, well, thank you, all of you, for coming on. We're going to let you go and celebrate now.
Thank you.
But a big congratulations from us.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done, guys.
It's a pleasure to meet you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Go and celebrate.
Have a nice drink.
Thank you so much, guys.
What a lovely bunch of people.
Yeah, I mean, they really did try their hardest, and it paid off, which is the great thing.
She was literally glowing.
She was
so
shaking.
happy.
I could see her shaking for so much of that.
When she came on, I was like, how do you feel? Emotional? Because she was literally had tears.
I mean, she had tears in her eyes, and she was physically shaking. I can see that from here. If that doesn't show happiness, I mean, what else does? That was a really good result.
Like, I felt that the passion that they had for her campaign and towards her, and the fact that she was sent home ill.
Yeah,
her
and yet,
campaign
yeah.
still was the strongest.
Exactly.
Because her team were just so fantastic.
She personally wasn't there, but they were there in such force that it still paid off.
Like it didn't matter.
Right, so we've had two now. Let's make this a little bit competitive between me and you.
Oh god.
Both of the people I voted for in both education and sport have come up. So I'm 2 for 2. Do you remember how well you did? Do you remember who you voted for? Oh no, you can't, oh no! I was hoping to make this a little bit of fun, have a little bet with you or something, but if you can't remember...
We could do the next people.
Oh no! If, as we said before, if you guys at home want to let us know who you voted for, your feelings on the result, really...
You remember who you voted for.
Yeah, exactly. You can get in touch with us with these details.
Hashtag #HenceVote, or find us on Facebook at, if you just search for KTV, or on our website at ktvlive.co.uk.
We've got a team of people who are looking through those, finding some good ones, and hopefully later on in the show we're able to read some out, get some of your guys' opinions on the results of the elections and on the new SAPs. So, it's 2 elections down. It's still buzzing in here. I don't think the atmosphere is going to go away.
No, me neither. I mean, 2 ecstatic people, but we've still got so many exciting elections to come.
Yeah, still 3 things to go. We are only just halfway through our coverage. We're going to be here all night. So I believe we can cut back down to Rob Linton now, who's going to give us a bit more of the action down on the floor. Rob, are you there?
Hello, Rob?
You there, buddy? Can't hear you, mate. I think we're having a bit of a technical problem. What we'll do is we'll cut back to Rob in a bit. We'll work out what that was and we'll cut back to him later.
Should we sort of talk about some of the people who've got yet to come then?
Yeah, I think we should. Let's look for Inquire.
Yeah.
They all gave a pretty good thing for Inquire. So sport, we've got 4 candidates for sport. One of the most well known is Bull, Chris Bull, and with his Big Bull campaign. So I think you found something quite nice about what he wrote in Inquire, didn't you, earlier?
I did. We have a little quote here. From the soles of your feet, with every ounce of blood and spot in your body, lay it on the line until the final whistle blows.
I think that is how he has taken this result. We're going to cut now to Rob Linton. We've got him back. Rob, hello.
Hello, I can hear you now.
Fantastic.
You're all right, guys.
How's it going, Rob?
It's not too bad down here. Really enjoyed the party. Everyone's having a good time.
That's absolutely good news, Rob.
So we're going to have a quick interview now. So hi, guys.
I'm Laura. Natalie. Georgie.
are you happy with all the results so far?
They've been fair. I've agreed. They've been fair.
Have you enjoyed all the results so far? Do you agree with them?
Yeah, they're really good.
And who are you supporting today?
Lorcan. Lorcan.
So we've got Team Lorcan down here. Do you think he's going to win?
Yeah.
Of course you do. Thanks very much, girls. Enjoy your night. So coming up next, we do have VP for Sport, and of course we've got Lorcan O'Duffy, we've got Chris Bull, Mike Salmon and Matt Lane, and the VP for Sport results will be released shortly. Back to Alec and Olivia in the studio.
So last year, when Matt Harris got in, I found this out earlier today, he was so happy to be in, he genuinely couldn't do his CSR interview.
Oh no, I wonder if that's going to happen to any of our candidates.
I don't know if you guys know this at home, but the first thing that happens to the candidates once they win is they get whisked off into the green room and they do a quick chat with CSR, the radio station here. Matt Harris was so happy to have won that he was almost in tears.
Literally speechless.
Really was incredible. I wish I'd seen it. I really do.
Yeah, so those girls down there said that they were behind Lorcan. Have you seen any of his campaigns?
I don't know. See, I didn't know. I wasn't that sure that Lorcan was going to be that prominent, but...
I think he has been. The hashtag Lorcan has definitely been popular with quite a lot of people that I know. Some of the freshers made a Facebook page and he really got to know some of the freshers, which I think is important because you need to establish yourself, don't you? Right from the very bottom.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Bull, like we said, he's had the Big Bull campaign. Matt Lane has been doing some good stuff. He's chairman of the UKT rowing. I saw 4 or 5 lads out in the plaza rowing in rowing machines the other night.
Yeah, what I liked about Mike Salmon was the fact that he says he's going to be realistic and achievable and make a modest change, which is very important because a lot of people make sweeping statements like I said before and can't quite see it through, but it's sort of the simple little tweaks that really make a big difference in the end.
Yeah, I think it's hard because there might be something you want to change that's very drastic. But obviously, Sport this year has had a really good VP. He's made some great changes. It's been really promising. So it's going to be a tough act to follow.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, also what I thought was interesting about what Matt said was that he carried on something that the seed was sown earlier on, and he just took it on to the next level and obviously helped it grow. So it would be interesting to see how the next one takes over from him and expands that even more. I mean, Team Kent have been doing fantastic.
Yeah, they have. They really have. I think this job is definitely something you don't just do on your own. You don't just do with your team, but you do with the teams that come before you and come after you. It's a very joint effort, year on year. I think that's a really big part of the job as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think we're actually ready to cut down to Rob. Is Rob there? No. Okay. Rob's not there right now, which is a shame because I always like chatting to Rob. He breaks the shirt a bit. Oh, he's ready now. Rob, are you there?
I am here. I'm here again. Back down with me.
You weren't ready. I tried to cut to you and you weren't ready.
I know. I was doing a bit of research on the manifestos before you cut back to me.
Fantastic. And what can you tell us then about the ones coming up?
Well, what can I say? I think speaking to people on the floor, I do feel Lorcan's got the most support. Looking around, everyone seems to be sort of chatting with him, and so I think he's one of the top runners. I think then Mike Salmon's also got quite a bit of support. I think he's got quite a similar campaign to Lorcan, including getting KTV doing some more sports coverage. So if you agree with KTV doing more sport, give us a tweet at KTV, hashtag Kent Votes. At Kent_TV, sorry, with the hashtag Kent Votes, getting the Twitter on. So I have a feeling Lorcan might just do it if we look at this support down here in the venue, but who knows? No one really knows what's going to happen. It's anyone's game. Back to you, Alec and Olivia in the studio. Thank you.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you very much. So we've got 4 candidates. I think this might be the closest one we've had so far.
Are we allowed to?
I voted for Chris Bull, actually.
Okay, why is that?
He made some quite nice points about student media, which obviously being part of KTV, we're very involved in. So yeah, I definitely voted for Chris.
I voted for Lorcan So,
Oh, you did?
Yeah, the fact that he's quite popular down there is quite exciting for me.
Yeah.
I think he just seems like a genuinely nice guy. He's got a nice cheeky little grin.
Yeah, he does seem like a very approachable guy,
Yeah,
doesn't
exactly.
he? Like,
That's what we like to see.
who do you think out of the sports guys has got the best manifesto? I mean, we've got the Inquire ones here, and we've got the full ones here. They're all very good. Whose do you think was best?
I don't know. I liked quite a lot of them for different reasons. I mean, I voted for Lorcan, so I liked his manifesto.
Yeah, you must have done.
I thought Mike Salmon was very good. Like I said earlier, the realistic, achievable goals.
Yeah.
I also liked his slogan, next level.
Yeah, I quite like that. I mean, I can say here, I've got the manifesto. Bull wrote 3 pages. He must have made a point about every single issue in Canterbury, let alone the university. Lorcan's looks very nice. It's a very nice layout. Cheeky grin, lovely, lovely pictures go with it. And obviously he's made the hashtag nice and clear, and he's made it easy to read, easy to understand.
Simple, yeah.
Yeah, it's a simple campaign, but sometimes that's what you want, a simple to understand,
Exactly, like,
clear campaign.
I mean, it's obviously very good and very thorough, but sometimes you just can't bother to read it.
Yeah, it's kind of harsh, but sometimes I just want to know your main points.
You just want to look at something that's aesthetically pleasing.
I spend all day doing readings for university. I don't want to read pages and pages of my
You want boom, boom, boom,
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
going to do this. So that's my personal view, but I've also seen a lot of Matt Lane around.
Yeah,
he seems to be quite popular.
He makes some nice points about the longevity of sport here.
Yeah, that's what I really like.
Yeah, obviously, Team Kent has been a massive thing this year, really big. This resulted in another fantastic varsity victory. It's a big act to follow.
Definitely, but what I also like about him is the fact that he doesn't just talk about the sport, he talks about the finances as well. He says he wants to change the finance system so clubs can carry over. And I think that's absolutely fantastic because there is so much more to it than just the actual sport.
Yeah, he's obviously been involved with running sports clubs as well as playing for them, which I think gives him a great basis. The music has just kicked in. It's time for the next one. We're going to cut to Rob now. Rob, over to you, buddy. Rob, are you there, buddy?
Hello, I'm here. It's time for Vice President for Sport. Let's cross over to the stage and see the result.
Of Vice President Sports. Let's bring out the candidates. Welcome to the stage, Mr. Lorcan O'Duffy, Matthew Lane, Mike Salmon, Christopher Bull, and reopen nominations. Once again, this election went to a number of rounds, so listen very, very carefully. The quota needed for victory in this election is 1,665. In the first round, Lorcan got 755, Matthew 714, Mike 619, Christopher 1,130, reopen nominations 112. No one met the quota in that round, so reopen nominations was eliminated. In the second round, Lorcan 760, Matthew 715, Mike 620, Christopher 1,133. Once again, no one met the quota in that round, so unfortunately, Mike Salmon was eliminated. In the third round, Lorcan got 912, Matthew 814, Christopher 1,210. Once again, no one met the quota, so unfortunately Matthew was eliminated. Into the fourth and final round. Once again, in this round, the candidate with the highest number of votes will be declared the winner. In the fourth and final round, Lorcan got 1,048. Christopher, 1,396. Chris Bull is duly elected your Vice President of Sport.
So Christopher Bull has been elected VP Sports. I didn't get my prediction right. So yes, Chris Bull has been elected VP Sports. Everyone seems really happy in the room. Back to you in the studio for more.
Cheers, Rob, mate. So that was Chris Bull with 1,396 votes. Only a couple of hundred votes in it at the end.
Yeah, it's true. I'm a bit sad.
Yeah.
You got your vote.
Yeah, you got my vote. I'm 3 for 3.
Ah.
And out of the ones you can remember, you're 1-0 down.
You're
No. That's
the only one I can remember.
Oh dear. So we've got his manifesto with us.
We do. We're going to do some grilling on this
Yeah.
guy.
We feel like there's a few points we can really drive home with this guy.
I mean, he said he was going to do a lot. And
I mean, like we said,
sure how realistic he's being.
3 pages of notes, 3 pages of manifesto, a lot of points addressing a lot of issues. Can he really carry off all of these, you think?
I'm not sure.
He's built himself some big boots, and now he's going to have to fill them.
Exactly, but has he been a little bit too over-ambitious?
Yeah, maybe he has, we don't know.
Has he forgotten about the fact that you simply build the bricks slowly?
Yeah, you don't just snap your fingers and a house appears, you've got to start with the foundations.
Yeah. Some of the things that I definitely want to talk to him about are the fact that he wants a weekend sporting competitions and activities similar to the notion of varsity to showcase the best of inter-college sport.
Yeah.
Which I think is great. But I'm a bit worried about it maybe taking over from varsity a little bit.
Yeah, I suppose you don't want it to outdo varsity.
But I guess because it's inter-college.
Yeah, it's also nice to give the inter-college sports a platform that everyone gets to see them on.
It might make it a little bit more exciting to watch. I mean,
Yeah, it might be.
varsity's great, but it's pretty predictable now.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, I mean, we are in the position we get to brag, but it is a little bit predictable.
It is.
I mean, something that I picked out is a lot of his policies look at, oh, I think we might have his campaign team here, actually. Yeah, bring them in, bring them in. Bring them in. Careful, careful with our stuff, guys. Please be careful, guys. Do you want to come and sit down if you're here? Yeah, come on in, come on in. Please be careful with our stuff. If you want to just take that mic, share it between you. Alright, guys. Congratulations.
It's a rowdy lot, definitely not a small.
Oh dear, it's a rowdy lot. Guys, if we can just please be careful with our set.
Would you like to move up a little bit?
A bit of nudity to the watershed, so we're doing alright. We
Swear words
apologise.
for alcohol and nudity.
Guys, we apologise for any bad language you might be hearing. Guys, great result. Great result. How do you feel?
Mate, I feel amazing. Chris Bull deserves it. He's the best man in the world.
He's made a lot of statements in his manifesto. Do you think he's going to pull them all off?
Huh?
Do you think he's going to be able to pull all of them off?
Very much so.
Yeah?
Within our athletics club at the moment. As Vice President, he's made a huge change within a year, just in the club.
Oh, that's really fantastic news.
Well, why not? Within the whole unit. I'm so proud of him. Love him.
Is he here now?
Yeah, he's over here.
Is he over there?
The man himself.
Oh, are we getting him in? If we can get him in, we can get Chris on. Guys, can we just say we are live now, so if you could try not to swear, that'd be really helpful for us. Thank you. Right, guys, I think we're going to get you guys off. We're going to get Chris in. Sorry about that. If you guys want to go and celebrate, go and carry on celebrating. Thank you for coming on. It's great to see you. It's great to see the support. Go and celebrate. Oh my God. Go and celebrate. Get off, you. Get off. Let's get Chris on. Let's get him on.
They're definitely going to have to watch this back in the morning, aren't they?
All right, mate. How's it going? If you want to hold that for us.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. So how are you feeling?
Shocked. Wow, no. Most incredible experience of my life, and those are the most amazing people. Oh, they're the most incredible bunch I've ever met, and I'll be really grateful for every single thing they've done for me this week.
Yeah, I mean, they're obviously very happy, you can hear it.
You know, like we said this week, you know, this is, I never said in everything this week, we've done it as a team, and ultimately I could not have done it without them.
Celebrating
so, we are one big team.
That's really great. Now, looking at your manifesto, a lot of your policies focus on attitude towards sport. I mean, we've got here pride and honour, respect, and listening to each other. How do you think you're going to be able to really affect people's attitudes? That's such a hard thing to change. How do you think you're going to go about that?
Attitude's tough, but it's, you know, the main pledge I made this week that there's 60 different sports clubs at this university, and every single one of those matters regardless of the size, the ability, and ultimately the sport itself. So it comes down to communication and giving every single one of these the time, the respect, and the credit they deserve. And once a number of these clubs, you know, ultimately there's a lot of clubs out here which ultimately don't get the, you know, the credit and the respect they deserve, and once they start getting taken notice of, you know, attitudes might change. It is a tough one.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God, I'm just seeing those.
Yeah, I know, I can hear them now.
You know, all I've pledged this whole week is that, you know, here at the University of Kent, we're all part of the same team. We wear the same colours, we wear the same kit, we wear the same badge, and it's just trying to breathe that through the whole university. No one club is bigger or better than any other. And you know, I'll try my best.
It sounds like you're very much going to build on Team Kent. Is that?
Yeah, no.
Right?
Ultimately, you know, Team Kent, we are, like I say, we are part of the same team, and I believe that there's scope for this to go further, and there's 60 sports clubs, and every one of those is a part of that. Not all of them at the moment feel that way, so it's getting every single one of those up to the same level.
That's really great.
In your manifesto, you say that you want to introduce sporting facilities for recreational. You want to say these are free, there are no fees and no bookings. But I'm just a bit worried, how are they going to be maintained and looked after if there's no money?
Well, ultimately, it's a long-term goal, but you know, think of the playground back in school, essentially. The basketball court with a couple of hoops or a couple of courts, and that's how, you know, they're facilities which are obviously low maintenance, whereby you can just go on and play. Obviously there'll probably be a hard surface, there won't be turf, it'll most probably be tarmac, so therefore in terms of maintenance it'll be fairly low. But you know, recreation is how we get people in sport. The more people that play sport, ultimately the more that can filter to the top, that get in the teams and ultimately get to the top in the elite. So we have to encourage people to play sport, and at the moment we're not necessarily doing that because ultimately we're pricing people out because it's, you know, it's an awful lot of money to join the gym, and there's no facilities on campus whereby you can just go have a kickabout with your mates on a Saturday morning. You either have to, you know, to use Parkwood pitches, etc. You have to be a member of the gym or pay £3.50 every time. And you know, if we want to get people in sport, we have to make it more affordable and more accessible. You know, they are long-term goals. You don't get me wrong. I have no control over money or budget, but it's coming here with an idea and try and get it out there.
Really aren't giving up, are they? They keep going. How are you going to keep those guys under control?
I'm not.
They are a rowdy bunch. I think you're going to have a good night tonight.
One of them already has an unbuttoned shirt.
Yeah, I know. It's already
It's probably the Frenchman. We got a few internationals there, and he was a Frenchman. He's probably got the buttons undone.
Just quickly, we just have to apologise to our audience. There was a bit of swearing earlier on, but people are just happy. They're just celebrating. It's not entirely a bad thing.
I do apologise.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I'm sorry.
One last point I want to bring up. This is a quote from the manifesto. I pledge to listen and to meet with every individual sports club, regardless of their size, ability, one-to-one on a regular basis. And that's going to take a lot of time. Is that really something you can pull off realistically?
Yeah, it is, and you know, it's who I am as a person, and I have all the time in the world for every single one of those out here, and it comes down to communicating face to face. If you know, many times we've had to join an email. You know, you send an email in, you join the bottom of the queue, and if I can show the love and the support, the credit and the respect these clubs deserve, they will ultimately develop and grow and progress further in the future. I honestly, you know, I've not done this for me. I've done this for every single person out there at university. You know, I know what sport can bring, and I'm so passionate about it, and I just want to make a difference in life, make people smile, and I know sport has the power to do that. So I will do all I possibly can in my power, regardless of how many hours I work in a day. If I can see someone smiling, ultimately I've done my job, and I'll be forever happy. And they're smiling, so
really fantastic.
As you said, you owe a lot of your success to your campaign team. But what do you think about the U team that you're going into?
Megan and Alex in, and also this week, what's been the best bit about this week is I've got to know, I didn't know Alex and I didn't know Megan prior to this week, and I've got to make new friends, and also all the other candidates, I've made loads of new friends this week, and those two are two great characters. We will get along, I can assure you that. You know, we've already got along in a week, so you know, it's going to be good next year. It's going to be good. No, thank you, honestly, much appreciated.
Congratulations, go and join your team, have a good night.
Thank you so much, honestly, it means an awful lot.
Congratulations on the great campaign. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you.
Cheers, man.
Survive the night.
Cheers. There we are.
Wow, they are definitely doing a lot of celebrating.
3 candidates down. Oh man, they're going mental.
Out there.
If anyone,
let him loose.
If anyone from KTV is around, could we try and get them away from the set as soon as possible? I think that would be beneficial. I'm a little bit worried about our equipment right now. If we go down any second now, it will be because of Chris Paul's team.
Literally pounced on him.
They are crazy. They are so happy, which I think is absolutely fantastic.
I mean, this is the first time I've ever met him, and I really warmed him. I thought he was really
He seemed like a very genuine guy.
Yeah, very down to earth, approachable, like you said.
Speaking of down to earth, down on the earth of the venue is Rob Linton. Hello, Rob.
Hello, Alec and Olivia. How are you doing?
All right, mate. You got an interview for us?
I do have an interview. We've got Jack here, and Jack, you enjoying the evening?
Yeah, it's been really good so far.
Good to hear. Are you pleased with all the results that we've had tonight so far?
Everyone I've voted for has won, so yeah.
That's really good news. And who are you here supporting tonight?
Megan Wells for Welfare, who's won. Chris Paul, who has also won. And Cole Lewis, who fingers crossed will win.
And we've got activities coming up next. Who do you think is going to win?
I think Ryan Brock will win, but yeah, I think Ryan Brock will win.
How much money are you going to put on Ryan Brock winning?
I bet a $5.
Bet a $5? Yeah. Should we bet a $5? There we go. We don't condone betting on KTV, but thank you very much, Jack, and back to you in the studio.
That is fantastic. So we're done 3. We've got 2 more to go. Who should we talk about? Activities or president?
I think activities.
Activities. Where have I put my paper? Here we go.
There's quite a few candidates up for activities.
There is a surprising number, actually.
And I think they've had some of the most memorable campaigns.
They've had some fantastic campaigns. Can we remind ourselves of Claire Morris, right? Claire Morris, as I said earlier, got to be my favourite campaign style of all time. She sang her manifesto in song form, and we can show you that again now. We can just cut to that.
Don't forget it's your coat. Don't take any of the bull. Just make sure you don't be.
Rob Linton. Rob, you are live now.
Hello. Can you hear me? Right. Sorry, we have to cut Claire Morris short, but it's time to see who has won the election for VP activities. Let's cross over to the stage now.
Jack McDonnell, Matt O'Riordan, Ryan Brock, Claire Morris, Amy Gilchrist, Joel Chia-Yi Chang, and reopen nominations. Right, here they all are. Let's go through the results. Once again, this goes to a number of rounds, so listen very, very carefully. In the first round, Jacoby 331, Vanessa 75, Jack 287, Matt 353, Ryan 416, Claire 181, Amy 1038, Joel 425, reopen nomination 65. No one met the quota in this round, so reopen nominations was eliminated. In the second round, Jacoby 332, Vanessa 76, Jack 288, Matt 355, Ryan 416, Claire 181, Amy 1039, Joel 425. Once again, no one met the quota, so unfortunately Vanessa was eliminated. In the third round, Jacoby 334, Jack 293, Matt 357, Ryan 422, Claire 191, Amy 1050, Joel 427. No one met the quota, so unfortunately Claire was eliminated. In the fourth round, Jacoby 350, Jack 309, Matt 362, Ryan 436, Amy 1084, Joel 440. Once again, no one met the quota, so unfortunately Jack was eliminated. Into the fifth round, Jacoby 380, Matt 395, Ryan 464, Amy 1122, Joel 459. Once again, no one has met the quota, so unfortunately Jacoby was eliminated. In the sixth round, Matt 447, Ryan 510, Amy 1188, Joel 477. No one met the quota, so unfortunately Matt was eliminated. In the seventh round, in the seventh and in fact final round, Matt 598, Joel 510, Amy 1287. Amy is duly elected as your Vice President Activities.
So Amy Gilchrist has been elected VP Activities 2013 to 14 by a phenomenal lead. It was clear from the offset she was going to win. It looks like a complete shock on her face. Her campaign team will be joining everyone in the studio shortly, along with Amy herself. Congratulations to Amy Gilchrist for winning VP for Activities. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Rob. So, that was the VP for Activities.
That was absolutely fantastic.
Don't be silly. Vote for Gilly. Obviously paid off.
Yes, effective. And I'd just like to say, I voted for her. So
You beat me on that one. You beat me. I didn't vote for her, unfortunately. Hopefully she doesn't watch this and get offended that I didn't vote for her. That would be a very uncomfortable interview, wouldn't it?
She came up to me today.
Right. So should we see some of the things she said?
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Well, firstly, when she comes up here, I'm asking her about the dimple next to her eye. I want to know which eye it is, and I want to see it in person.
Brilliant. So, her Inquire doesn't have much in it, unfortunately. She's been kind of fun with it instead, so we can't give you much on that. But we have got her manifesto here. She wants to create a website. Log onto it and see what's on that night in Kent. So you're in your room, you're bored, you log onto the Kent Union website and you can see exactly what's going on that night. Do you think it's a nice idea?
I think that's a really good idea, especially when you first come to the university. Because, I mean, some things are really well publicised, but if you don't want to go to the main events and you want something a little bit more quirky and a little bit different, then it's nice to know what's out there.
Yeah,
Unless
I mean,
you actually go to the places that you don't really know.
Yeah, and I mean, it won't just be like club nights and venue nights and stuff. It will be, oh, this society are holding a meeting if you want to turn up, or the photography society are doing some training, or, you know, it will be stuff like that as well. So hopefully it will generate more membership for a lot of the societies on campus.
I think that's really useful because a lot of us go to the society's welcome fair and are just overwhelmed by the choice because there are so many brilliant societies here.
Really
and I found myself sort of signing up for everything, and for months I had millions of emails from every society. But to be able to go on and have a little bit more information would definitely be useful, I think.
Yeah, it's a tough one. And I mean, she's one of the ones that went for the Team Kent style thing of Club Kent. She wants to make Club Kent.
Be interesting to see how she wants to implement that, actually.
Be interesting to see how it works, because I think I think it makes sense for sports. I don't know that it makes that much sense for activities. I'm not sure.
But then I guess, as you can say, like, each sport is different and has different sizes and things,
Yeah.
but they can be united. Each society can be united, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, you've got obviously the bigger and the smaller societies, so.
Yeah, I mean, she talks a lot about... Oh, actually, I think we've got some of her team here. We've got some team here, we're going to bring them on. Alright guys, if you want to come on and take a seat. Hi guys, you alright?
Hello.
Good evening.
There's plenty more of campaigners, but I don't know where they are, so...
Okay, so, well, should we start off with you two? How are you guys feeling?
We are so chuffed for her, so chuffed for her.
I'm so happy
We're so on
for
her
her.
high. She wanted it so bad and she will be amazing. She will be so good. Such a good...
How are you feeling?
Yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting.
Pretty much the same all round.
A few words, man, a few words, this one.
Do you think there's any reason... Sorry.
She was so excited the whole way through, and to actually get something, I'm so happy for her.
Do you think there's any particular reason why she was so successful?
I just think she's put effort in all week, like she's been on campus all week, and she's such a personable kind of person. Like, she's absolutely brilliant, and she puts everything into everything she does, so I think she will be fantastic. Activities VP, definitely, she'll be brilliant. Brilliant.
What do you think has been the highlight of the campaign? What's been the hardest thing and what's been the highlight for you guys?
I think the highlight has been wearing we've all gone round all week with top hats on and capes, and it's been absolutely hilarious, but that is what she's all about. She's fun, and she's all about having a good time as well, but she does take it seriously, and we're all there for her, so we're so chuffed.
I think she might be here for us now. Are you here?
Yes. Hello. We'd like to welcome our leading lady. Oh, look at that.
Congratulations. How are you feeling?
Sorry, I've got to hand this
I'm just too emotional for this. I'm sorry.
Oh, she's absolutely speechless.
You seem absolutely chuffed to have won. You really do. What do you think the first thing you're going to do is once you get in? What's the first policy you're really going to push for?
I'm going to F shit up. Oh, shit.
We are live. Please keep swearing to a minimum.
Okay. Have you guys ever heard of Time Out London? Time Out London? Okay, so I'm going to... I'm sorry. This is the worst time to do it.
It's fine. Yeah, sure.
Amy is like, seriously, anyone who voted has voted the best person ever.
Yeah?
I promise you, she's the most dedicated, the most passionate towards her role. And you can see
it.
She's doing fantastic all the way through.
Oh wow, you can hear it as well. There's a lot of fans in, there really are. So, thank you guys for coming in. I don't think we're able to chat to you for much longer because there's stuff's going on downstairs. So thank you. Congratulations. Yeah, go and celebrate.
Go and have a good night.
Thank you so much, guys. Well done, guys. Thank you.
That was brilliant.
One more sab to go. It's really getting, and it's the big one.
It is getting exciting. I also feel like you can tell that it's getting later on into the night.
Yeah, you can tell from the state of the guests, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, people have been enjoying themselves for a couple of hours now.
Yeah, they're definitely enjoying themselves a little bit, aren't they? Letting their hair down. It's been a hard week for all of them. It's been a really hard week.
I mean, we were questioning earlier as to whether we'd get a guest in who was so speechless and overwhelmed with emotions that they couldn't speak, and we've got one now.
Yeah, we had one. She's absolutely speechless. It's going to be really nice, I think, for all the candidates to look back at their interviews and to listen back to their interviews at CSR and just see how they felt when they first found out. Like, tomorrow morning when it's sunk in and they're nursing the hangover, they'll hopefully be able to check out this, check out our coverage, check out CSR's coverage, and see for them. It's a really great reminder of how they felt. It's really nice.
Definitely. I think it's nice that they said that they had fun with it as well. It wasn't just all campaign. they seem to really enjoy the time.
Definitely. I think we're ready to cut downstairs to Rob Linton now. So Rob, if you're there.
Hello guys, you
Hello
there?
buddy, you alright?
Hi Rob. Hello, how are you doing?
Not too bad, it's been a good night, isn't it, so far?
Yes, yeah. Oh, we've got, hello.
Oh, wow.
Hello.
Oh, wow.
This is fantastic.
I think you're Chris. There's so much for kids though. She cares so much about the community. No one deserves it more than her. In activities. I'm so proud that
Wow,
she's
Rob,
going to be in
Rob, I think you should ask that guy behind you his opinion. That guy behind you definitely disagrees.
I'm so
Ask
happy
him.
she will bring this on to the next year.
What's your opinion?
Yeah, I mean, that's cute. That's cute. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Sure.
Friday night venue.
She's okay.
So you're not really happy with that result?
Well, you know, it's not that I'm not happy. It's that I'm not content. You know.
Who did you want to get elected?
Well, you see, I hadn't voted, but there was a tall guy up there. You know, he looked like he knew what he was doing. Composed Amy, fucking Amy. She, okay, sure, she got votes. Sure, votes are important. Sure, some people have made.
Yeah. Okay. Have you got any idea of who you want to be president? I know you haven't voted, but if you did vote, who would you want to be president?
If I was to have voted, I'd have voted for a.
Okay, why didn't you vote?
Well, I don't know. I was never given the. I never go to seminars or lectures, so I didn't really see.
Okay. Much for your time. Cheers. So apologies for that. I'm sure you had all good intention. Cheers. Thank you very much. Back to the studio.
Wow, that guy, he's enjoying himself tonight a little bit too much.
He really is. I'm pretty speechless about him, to be honest.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that sort of interview at all.
I was kind of wondering why he's here. I mean, it's elections night, and he obviously doesn't seem to be interested in the elections at all.
He obviously heard it was free entry and took advantage of that, I think.
I think that must be it. I mean, he sounds like a bit of a cool kid.
Free entry, cheap booze, and live TV. That's what he wanted. That's what he wanted.
That's what the public want.
See, we were saying earlier, if you don't vote, you've got no right to complain.
Yeah, exactly. His facial expressions were just completely like he completely disagreed with what that girl was saying. But what can he say?
Yeah, she was saying that, oh, the best girl won, fantastic for Gilly, and he was putting all these faces, and then he went on and said that he didn't vote. That's just not fair. That's not how a democratic system works. It's not on. It really isn't.
No. And the interaction between them, I thought she was going in for a cheeky little ear nibble.
I was worried for a second we were about to turn X-rated. I'm honest. Apparently we've already had some tweets in about that, which I'm going to try and look at, hopefully.
Oh, okay.
Let's see how this goes. On-air tweets. This might go horribly. So, president's next. Okay, so actually, tweets. One guy saying, that kid is beat-faced. Film him more. Unfortunately, we're not going to film him more. We can't risk the coverage. That's
no idea what he's going to say next.
Yeah, we really don't. Oh wow, there's some really fantastic tweets. I don't even know where to start. You know what? I don't even think I can deal with this right now. It's too hard. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to get a member of the team to look through those and find the really good ones. Get back to us and we'll read them out for you. But believe me, people have loved this guy. People really loved him.
Yeah, we're really happy with the feedback, and please keep it coming in because, like we said at the beginning, it's all about you, the public at home, as well as everyone who's here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we're coming up to the big one now, so if you want to get in touch with us, now is the time to do it. If you want to tweet us, it's at Kent_TV. If you want to use the hashtag, we're using the hashtag KentVotes. On Facebook, just search for KTV or Kent TV, and we should turn up, or head to our website, ktvlive.co.uk.
Yeah, tell us who you want to win. Tell us any questions you have. We want to give them a proper grilling. I mean, these people, this person's going to be the president. That's a
big deal, really big deal. As well as that, though, tell us any moments you've enjoyed. We've been on air for nearly 2 hours. Let us know what you've enjoyed. That'd be really great for us.
I wonder how many people are going to say that drunk guy.
That drunk interview was fantastic. I just heard in my earpiece that we've got another interview lined up with Rob Linton. Hopefully this guy's a little bit more sober than the last guy. Rob, are you there?
I am there, guys. Yeah. Who are you? What's your name?
Jules Landrieu.
Nice to meet you. So what's your opinion on the results so far?
My opinion on the results, I think it's fair. Democratically, there's been a lot of good potential candidates. the ones that were nominated, I think we have to give credit to them because some of them, had a major crushing defeat. Yeah, but I still believe that the new, the new positions, they've earned it. I've known a lot of candidates that won today, and they've worked really hard for it. So I think it's good. So
Great. And who are you backing tonight? Who are you supporting?
who am I supporting for the last round as president?
It's a tough one, isn't it? I was really unsure about president. It's going to be a close call, but who are you supporting?
Well, I believe that the union needs reform. That's why I voted for Phil. I still believe that Carl Lewis had a lot of potential and that he's gonna, have also a very nice majority. As far as I've heard so far tonight, there's gonna be very tight.
It's going to be a real close one. There's loads of support for sort of all the candidates in the room tonight. Thank you very much, and enjoy your evening. So, great interview there. I'm glad everyone at home enjoyed the last interview. It was interesting. It was an interesting one. I thought he was coming back then. He's not coming back. He's still at the bar. Back to you in the studio.
Cheers, Rob. Thanks for that.
Thank you.
So, the last one of the night as president, it's the big deal. It was important. What they said mattered, and we listened to what they said. We were at Hustings earlier, a week ago today, and we've got our highlights video for you now of some of what the presidents had to say.
Hello, I'm here today because there's a division in Kent Union between those that are involved and aren't involved.
It's about the future of our union, which means it's about the future of our students.
As president, I want everyone here at University of Kent to find their potential.
If elected, my #1 priority to you will be the problem of student funding.
I'm hoping to get cheaper and better accommodation.
We need more staff to ensure that emails and funding requests are answered fast. That isn't a catchy policy, but it's what we need to build a better union.
And the best thing you can take out of a university is an excellent experience. And I believe this works together if the union and the students themselves can provide an environment that will enable the experience that is best for them.
I want to change the way people think about Kent Union.
I would include a welcome pack in everyone's room, or at least in their email inboxes at the start of the year, so that they know exactly what Kent Union does and what it can do for them.
I'd love it for more credit about it.
We're cutting that short. We're taking you back down to Rob. It's time for the announcement of the final guy. Rob Linden.
Hello, studio. Yes, it's time to announce your student union president. Let's go over to the stage to get the result.
The candidates involved in this election, and there's a lot of them. Welcome, Carl Lewis, Tom Spare, Anthony Norwood, Philip Stevenson Oliver, Joanna Crabtree, Grace Bailey, Kehinde Ayele, Chelsea Moore, Matthew Weston. Right, as usual with these elections, these go a long way, so listen carefully. In the first round, Carl got 549. Tom, 513. Anthony, 217. Philip, 271. Joanna, 241. Grace, 365. Kehinde, 192. Chelsea, 874. Matthew, 131. No one met the quota, so reopen nominations was eliminated. Into the second round. Carl, 549. Tom, 516. Anthony, 217. Philip, 272. Joanna, 242. Grace, 365. Kehinde, 193. Chelsea, 875. Matthew, 131. Unfortunately, no one met the quota, so I'm afraid Matthew was eliminated. Moving into the third round. Carl, 561. Tom, 524. Anthony, 222. Philip, 282. Joanna, 250. Grace 376, Kahindi 195, Chelsea 887. Once again, no one met the quota, so unfortunately, Kahinde was eliminated. We move now into the fourth round. Carl 572, Tom 529, Anthony 226, Philip 286, Joanna 261, Grace 383, Chelsea 900. Once again, no one met the quota, so unfortunately Anthony was eliminated. Into the fifth round. Carl 606, Tom 545, Philip 299, Joanna 268, Grace 402, Chelsea 922. Once again, no one was elected, so Joanna was unfortunately eliminated. Into the sixth round. Carl 618, Tom 567, Philip 312, Grace 421, Chelsea 948. Once again, no one met the quota, so unfortunately Philip was eliminated. Into round 7. Carl 655, Tom 604, Grace 456, Chelsea 1001. No one met the quota, so Grace unfortunately was eliminated. Into the 8th round. We're getting close now. Carl 729, Tom 675, Chelsea 1089. No one met the quota, so Tom was eliminated. We are now into the final round. The person with the highest number of votes will win in this round. In round 9, Carl 853, Chelsea 1210. Chelsea is duly elected Kent Union President for 2013-2014.
So Chelsea Moore is your Student Union President for 2013-14. What a great result. She was leading by a lot. Let's get reaction from the crowd. How do you think? Are you happy with the result?
She did so well. Her campaign was really good and her manifesto is really good, so we're really happy.
That's really great news. So that is Chelsea Moore, your Student Union President 2013-14. Congratulations, Chelsea. Back to you in the studio.
More, more, more.
How do you like it? How do you like it?
More, more, more.
How do you like it? How do you like it?
Oh, sorry guys, we just couldn't resist doing that. So that is it. Chelsea Moore is your new president 2013-2014.
That is absolutely fantastic. I mean, she completely just wiped the floor, didn't she?
Bit of a dark horse. I didn't see that coming at all.
No. I mean, some people sort of stood out to us in other ways, didn't they?
Yeah.
I didn't really see that coming.
The big deal was whether or not Phil was going to get it. He had a lot of support from a lot of people.
He definitely had a big campaign.
His big thing was to reform the union. He wanted to make big changes. A surprisingly low number of votes.
I know. Maybe a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, and you could tell by his face he's absolutely gutted. He really was.
But that's the way it goes, I guess, in the end. What I did really like about Moore was she was catchy. I think that's the thing that's really stuck out to me, that logos are really essential, aren't they?
Yeah, I think not to undermine her policies, but she had a really great campaign.
Yeah.
And I think that is part of what comes out. It doesn't always matter what your policies are if you can sell yourself. And I think she did a great job of that. Her More campaign, that really worked. And it obviously worked on a lot of people because she won by a long way.
Also, a lot of things in her manifesto are things that I personally, really niggle me. I mean, she wants to talk about printing credits. How often do you go to the library and you just run out of money again? And it's just,
It's so annoying. Like, I do drama in English, and there's forever something to read, something to print off. And she wants to talk to each faculty and take into consideration the requirements depending on each module.
Yeah, I think that's a really nice way of going at it. Like, a lot of people have mentioned print credits, but she hasn't just said cheaper. She said, I will go to your faculties, I'll go to your schools, I'll find out what essays you have to print, and I'll try and work something out from there. I think that's a really great method.
Yeah, because obviously, like, essay-based subjects, you're going to have a lot more to print than other things.
We're trying our best, viewers at home, we're trying our best to get Chelsea on the show as soon as possible, although we've only got about 10 minutes left of the show. We can overrun a bit if we get her, but if not, there'll be interviews out as soon as possible. Oh dear, what happened then? Oh, hello, we changed. Hello, how you doing? Whatever happens, we will put out an interview with her at some point, we really will. You've been looking for a manifesto.
Yeah, I have.
What have you pulled out from it?
Well, most of it I really, really like. One thing that I'd quite like to challenge her on is the fact that she says more from your lectures, and as part of that, she wants lectures to be filmed so that you can watch them before you have your exams as a way of revising it.
Not a bad idea. I know some other universities that do similar systems.
Yeah, not a bad idea. However, does this perhaps encourage laziness for students?
Yeah, I suppose. I know someone at a university who's got a system called Listen Again. And what that is, it's not video, but it's recorded audio, all the lectures. And they have to really stress to their students, it's listen again, not listen for the first time.
Exactly, but you know, if you've had a heavy night and then you've got a 9 AM lecture and you're feeling a bit groggy anyway, if you know that you can watch your lecture later on in the day, isn't that a little bit tempting to do?
Yeah, it might just stop you going. So I don't know if that's necessarily a good idea. I can definitely see where the thoughts come from though. More library hours is one of the things I've got here, which the library's already open a lot. And yeah, it's great that the library's open. It means a lot for students. We can study and we can revise and stuff.
You do have to sleep though. I mean, staying open till 1 AM.
And the staff have got to sleep.
Yeah.
And we've got to pay for the staff to stay there, you know.
Exactly. My philosophy is 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, job done.
Yeah, I kind of agree. She's got a lot of policies. She's gone for a lot of things. Hopefully she's going to follow through with a lot of them.
Yeah, definitely. One thing that really stuck out to me was more social space. This would be good for study groups and things, because she says she wants to have social space which doesn't prompt you to spend money.
Oh, right, okay. That makes sense.
That's quite...
I think we might have her. I think we might have some people. Oh, there's someone wandering on our set. Oh man, what's going on here? I'm getting all sorts. Guys, come on in, sit down. Just sit down. You're already on, it's too late. It's live TV, it's too late. No one cares. No one cares.
I could not be happier for it.
That's fantastic.
Chelsea!
Come on. She's here, everyone. She's here. Congratulations. Really big well done. Oh, how do you feel?
Still shaking.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Oh my god, I did not expect that even a little bit.
Not even close, landslide.
Close. I bossed that. I bossed it, didn't I?
You really did.
I'm a legend.
So you're in now. Done. Job done. First female one for 2 years. What are you going to do first?
Pardon?
What are you going to do first?
I think module registration is still fresh in everyone's mind, so I'm going to just change that before.
Chelsea, she's going to get drunk.
Celebrate, yeah, but I was talking about policies. You've mentioned a lot of stuff in your manifesto, like really loads. Are you going to be able to hit all of them? Are you going to be able to change as many things as you want?
Everything I want to change is possible, but I've got to lobby the uni for 2 of my points. So parking and cash points, but fingers crossed.
That's really great news. Olivia, do you have any questions you want to ask the new president of the union? We've been looking through your manifesto, and I tell you what, it really is good. You've had, yeah, we had them all. We had them all ready. You've had a great campaign. We think you had the right mix of content and style. We really liked your More campaign. Can you tell us, like, kind of where that came from?
I just managed to win it on my name, really.
What do you think the best bit of the campaign was? What really worked?
My campaign team, my 2 girls right here, they were loving life. They came out every day. I had the smallest campaign team, and
the most enthusiastic.
That's really great. Right, guys, we're going to have to let you go. We got to wrap up the show. Go and celebrate. Congratulations. Well done. Thanks, guys. Wow. Quite an evening.
So many happy faces that we've seen tonight.
5 victors. 5 people have done amazingly well.
And what I felt like, we've now got a mixed team.
Yeah.
Girls and boys.
Yeah. And mixed opinions and mixed policies. And I think it's going to be a really good year for Kent Union.
Definitely. I mean, the vibe here is so brilliant. Everyone seems so chuffed about the way that it's gone tonight.
Yeah, they really do. They really do. We just want to say thank you to everyone at home for watching. It's been a really great night, really great atmosphere. It has been a fantastic atmosphere, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been absolutely brilliant. We'd just like to quickly go back to venue and see Rob.
Yeah, let's go back to see Rob. Rob, hello.
Hello, guys. How are you?
Fantastic. This has been, hasn't it?
It's been a great evening. We've had some fantastic results. It's been such a great night. Everyone's really enjoyed themselves, as you can see. I'm sure the party will continue late into the early hours. It's been a great night. Thank you to everyone at home who's been watching. I've been Rob Linton down in the venue. Back to the studio.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you for that so much. You've been great down there all night, getting interviews, dealing with the public. It's not an easy job, and you've done it really well. We've had so many tweets saying that you have just been absolutely fantastic, Rob.
Should we have a quick look at the tweets, actually, just to see how people
we'll have a look.
reacted?
Let's have a look. See what we got.
See how you at home have reacted tonight to them.
This first one here, module registration is still fresh in everyone's mind. Understatement. You weren't there, man. You weren't there.
Yes, but she is going to try and help us to change it, so
for anyone that might not be aware, module registration is an incredibly difficult process, and the uni don't handle it particularly well. It's very difficult. There's a lot of people accessing the web at one time, and it just crashes, and it doesn't go well for a lot of people, and it's very stressful. And of course, you want to get the modules you want. So if we can get that fixed, I think that'd be really great for everybody here.
I personally was one of the first people who logged on in the morning and got sent to the back of the queue 4 times.
Wow.
It was ridiculous.
That's horrible. We've had a couple of tweets here saying that it's a shame that Phil didn't get it. And I'm surprised we're getting those tweets, because it seems to me Phil supporters are incredibly vocal. They want to let you know they're Phil supporters, but there obviously isn't many of them. He didn't get many votes. I think, you know,
maybe he was a little bit too in your face. I mean, the More campaign was sort of prominent, and maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he tried too hard to force too much change on people.
Yeah, it kind of made you want to sort of push him away a bit.
Maybe it scared people. I think maybe it scared people. He was up for big changes. He really wanted to change the way it works. We're going to cut back to the stage now for one last time. Rob Linton, how's it going?
I'm back again. I thought you got rid of me, but I'm back. So all the candidates are going to come back to the stage to do some sort of formal wave to the crowds and celebrate their win. They've been summoned to the stage, so they're on their way now. It's been a great night. I'll get my list up of all the candidates who have won. We've had some surprises. For me personally, both president and activities has been a surprise, but I'm sure the guys will do a really good job. We also had sport, lots of support for Christopher Bull, welfare, Megan Wells. I think that was a given. Lots of support in the venue for her, and of course education. We had Alex Murray. So to run through the winners again, education was Alex Murray, welfare was Megan Wells. Sport, we had Chris Bull. Activities was Amy Gilchrist. And, of course, your student union president for 2013 to 14 was, of course, Chelsea Moore. So we're waiting for the guys to come back. Back to the studio. We'll come back when all the candidates are up on stage.
Cheers, Rob. Every time we think we're cutting to you for the last time, you go and tell us we've got to cut to you another time. What's going on? Stealing our airtime. So like Rob said, we're just waiting for the candidates to come back up onto the stage for their big finale of the night. It's been a cracking night.
I know. I wonder how they're all feeling. I bet they're going to not remember the end of the night.
No, I'm sure they won't. I'd be pretty nervous if I was them. Yeah, I'm happy that I've won, but it's a big job. You represent a lot of people and you've got to do it well.
Yeah, that's true. I mean...
Oh, the cue music is there. They are heading back up onto the stage. Let's cut there now.
For one last time.
officers for 2013-2014.
So we're back again, and they're all coming on stage now, so we'll cross back over to the venue stage.
Your Vice President Education, Alex Murray. Your Vice President Sports, Chris Bull. Your Vice President Activities, Amy Gilchrist. And your Union President, Chelsea Moore. Congratulations. And we look forward to seeing how you lead the union over the next year.
So that is all the candidates there up on the stage. You've got Megan Wells, Alex Murray, Christopher Bull, Amy Gilchrist, and your Student Union President, Chelsea Moore. Bit of a mixed reaction in the venue for some of the candidates, but I'm sure all the other candidates will be gracious in their defeats. Really looking forward to next year. They look like a great team.
That concludes the elections.
Thank you for watching KTV's coverage of Kent Union Election Night 2013. Thank you very much, and good night.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you. You've done a fantastic job on there tonight.
Thank you very much, viewers at home.
We've had a fantastic time bringing you this coverage. We hope you're happy with your new union, because I know I am. Yeah, it's been a fantastic. Keep the tweets coming in. It's fantastic. It's fantastic to hear your say.
We've been working as such a team.
Yeah, such a team all night. We've been getting cozy because of the mic problems. Oh dear. No, it's been so great to hear your guys' opinions, to know what you want, and tonight your votes have showed what you want, and that is what it is.
Thank you very much.
It's been really fantastic.
Bye-bye.
Hopefully we'll be back soon. We'll have all this recorded for you. You can see it in the next few days. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. This has been KTV.